trouble they sleep, younger go wake up. Yes, for those that don't understand what I mean, I said trouble is sleeping and you took your pride to go and wake it up. Yes, so recently the South African government are beginning to complain. In fact, Kwashoko, do you know Kwashoko has hit South Africans? Yes. There are some provinces in South Africa that Kwashoko is dealing with them because they are lacking nutrients. They don't have more food to eat. The farmers that are foreigners, Malawi, Zimbabwe, have left. They have gone back. And the locals cannot work. So Kwashoko has hit them because their head now go big past their body because no more food, no more nutrients. There's now lack of food in the economy. Guys, let's take a look at this video to see what is going on in South Africa. A lot is going on in that country. As you're watching, please help me to be sharing this video, like this video and subscribe to the channel.
The foreigners have gone. The township economies are quiet and there's a complete lack of momentum. A lot of the money has collapsed. The locals who benefited from the stimulation of the foreigners in the local community have now got lots and lots of accommodation that is empty. The situation will manifest in a further blow to the economy of the country, and it'll be felt first and most importantly in the townships, where it is already being felt. And if that is the case, we are sitting with an enormous number of unemployed young men with no money, no job, literally no hope for the future. And it could take still just one spark to see the equivalent of an Arab Spring in this.
You see, now that the truth is out, you can never find Jacinta out here to defend her claims. Nigerians are the ones selling drugs in our country. 64% of crimes in South Africa are committed by foreigners. You cannot find her out here to defend her claims. You see, this is why we say you guys are not educated. Because there is no way without statistics. Your minister open her mouth to declare Nigerians are the ones selling drugs in your country. Without the statistics, a minister open her mouth to say something like that. That is very, very disappointing to see in a country that is as big as South Africa. I promise you, it's a very disappointing. You guys open your mouth to speak nonsense without statistics, without evidence, without proof. Now that the truth is out, none of you are out here to even defend your claims. Less than 300 Nigerians in your prisons. Less than 300 Nigerians in your prison. The whole South Africa. Look how big South Africa is. The whole of South Africa, less than 300 Nigerians are in your prison. And you said they are the ones committing crimes in your country. You hate us. I said it before. You hate us. And we hate you too. Trust me. At this point, there is no love between us. I'm telling you this as a voice of Nigerians. There is no love between us. South Africans and Nigeria, no love.
Hi, but wait. This thing of the money has created a problem among people. President created a problem among people. They say we must ask Pagela or we must ask Ngizwe what happened with the money. So there is the money that is being chowed there. Leave that. I told you guys. People, they were doing content. Even her, she was in the content. They were busy doing content. They were creating content. And when I say that, you guys were swearing at me. Now she said the time of content is finished. So all this time, you guys were creating content. So now when others, they are getting paid for the content, is it painful? Because you guys, you are creating content so that you can get paid. Get some donations. Beg some money. My jazz. Hey, hi.
The leader of South Africa's anti-immigration campaign says her movement has been a success, but critics say the country is now paying a heavy price. Jacinta Ngobese Zuma, founder of the March and March movement, says the campaign has achieved its goal of forcing undocumented migrants out of South Africa. She points to the repatriation of thousands of foreign nationals and the closure of many foreign-owned businesses as proof that the movement has brought positive change. According to an AFP analysis published this month, more than 160,000 migrants, including both documented and undocumented foreign nationals, have left South Africa since anti-immigration protests intensified in late May. Meanwhile, the South African government says more than 53,000 foreign nationals have been deported or assisted to return home, with Malawians, Zimbabweans, and Mozambicans making up the majority of those processed. But human rights organizations say the campaign has come at a serious cost. They report forced evictions, looted businesses, violent attacks, and the displacement of thousands of families. At least 4 foreign nationals have died in incidents linked to the unrest, while migrants from Malawi, Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, and other African countries say they fled because they feared for their lives. Some South African citizens from minority ethnic groups have also reported being wrongly targeted after being mistaken for foreigners. Economists also warn that the exodus is creating labor shortages in sectors that rely heavily on migrant workers, including agriculture, construction, hospitality, and domestic work. Businesses have reported struggling to replace experienced workers, raising concerns about longer-term economic consequences. The violence has drawn condemnation from both the African Union and the United Nations. While relations between South Africa and countries including Nigeria, Ghana, and Malawi have come under strain over the treatment of their citizens. Despite mounting criticism, March and March says it will continue weekly demonstrations until undocumented migrants are removed from the country.
I thought Nigerians were the biggest criminals in South Africa, and the South African prisons were full of Nigerians. But here is what the numbers are saying. 84% of inmates in South African prisons are South Africans. Shocking, isn't it? Only 16% are foreign nationals. And here's a big shocker. Only 8% of prisoners in South Africa are Nigerian. So is a point missing? Or is a minister missing the point? Or is a point pointing at the wrong direction? What's going on, my fellow South Africans?
Some of us, me, I prayed for it. I prayed for a day that South Africans are going to put an end to the comfort of all immigrants that have problems in their country and going to South Africa. Yes, it's not okay. Yes, we need to accommodate each other, staying together. But at the end of the day, we need African leaders to fix their countries. There is no way ZANU-PF is going to fix its problem when it does not see any problems with its citizens. Vana ve Zimbabwe, if you cannot also rise up against ZANU-PF, it will not fix your problems. South Africans are rising up to their government to say, this is nonsensical. Put an end to this. Are they going to achieve what they want? I don't know. Are they going to continue crying? And are we going to continue having loss of life? Yes. Until when? Until Zimbabwe fixes its problem. Until Malawi fixes its problem. Until Nigeria fixes its problem. That's the only way we're going to solve this problem happening in South Africa. It's a sad scenario that it's happening, but it is happening. And because I'm an advocate to say we need to come together as Zimbabweans and solve ZANU-PF. All you people that are running away from South Africa, go and start toying as well against your government to say we left Zimbabwe because of unemployment. Create jobs for us. Tell your governments, get to Malawi and make the same noise that South Africans are making. Because you want jobs. Get to Nigeria and tell your Nigerian government to say, we need jobs. Don't get in Zimbabwe and relax. You also need to pass the message to your government to say, we have had enough living in foreign lands as if we don't have proper places for our own. You need houses, you need pieces of land, you need industries to be working in your countries. Let ZANU-PF create. We ran away from Zimbabwe. ZANU-PF didn't see the need of creating jobs. They've been buying people cars. It is better for ZANU-PF if they say they don't have the money. Let them sell those cars they were giving people so that they can create jobs. It's unfortunate. I do have relatives in South Africa. Yes, they stay. So I've got relatives in Santon. I've got relatives in Centurion. I've got relatives in Cape Town. I don't only have relatives who stay in the poshy suburbs. I also have relatives that even stay in the most.
At first, I was in support of South Africans chasing away illegal immigrants. I am totally in support of that because illegal immigrants causes nuisance in a country because they don't abide by the rules and regulations of the country. They're always causing problems. So I'm in support of that. But South Africans went too far by touching companies. They were sending away companies, asking companies to vacate, taking over people's businesses and giving it to their brothers, their sisters, of which is not supposed to be like that. So now foreign investors have left. A lot of companies have closed down because foreigners have left. And those foreigners are the ones patronizing them. And some few South Africans. Now they have all left. What do you expect your country to be like? It will be a deserted place. It will be a desert. Very soon, South Africa will be a Sharia country. Very, very soon. Very, very soon. But all the same, let me know what you think in the comment section. Please kindly like, share, and subscribe.